You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hello and welcome to the Ticket Stub, your favorite place for movie news and reviews. My name is Connor. I'm one of the hosts of the show. We're coming to you live from downtown Conroe in the Lone Star Community Radio studios. I'm joined here with my co-host, Chris Appel. How you doing, bud?
I am doing great, and it is wonderful to be back.
Good to have you back. You know, the show doesn't feel
You were
quite
gone?
I was. Well, I was under the table.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
No.
Okay, bad
mind.
start.
And,
Chris was
in movie lingo, that means he was gone.
He was not
Yeah,
here.
right.
Not Weinstein lingo.
Yeah.
The show always feels a little bit more empty when Chris isn't here. And the other voice you heard is the other co-host, Dick. How you doing, man?
Dude, time's up.
That's right. Chris, get out front of the table, man. Time is up. Well, we got a great show. For everybody that doesn't know, this is the Ticket Stub. We come live every Thursday on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area, worldwide at irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find us on Twitter at _Ticket Stub. Make sure you're subscribing to our podcast feed. It'll drop every Friday morning at 8 a.m. right there on your phone. You don't have to do any work. If you subscribe, it's just magically there. And then you can spend the weekend listening to us and hear what we have to say, all of our hilarious jokes that we make, like the one that Dick just made about Time's Up, And there's many more to come. So thank you for listening and tuning in, checking all of that out. We've got
Today's show is going to be 2 cherries.
yeah, bowl full of cherries, man.
Bowl full of cherries. That's our
Bowl
goal.
full
Every
of
Thursday at
cherries.
noon, we bring you a bowl full of cherries.
From what was it called? Cherry something? Cherry
Cherry
review?
Picks?
Cherry Picks. Cherrypicks.com. All female reviews. Sponsor of the show. Well, we're glad you tuned in today. We've got several things we're going to talk about. We're going to rewind movies that we've seen over the last week. We're going to talk about some movie news, things that are going on in the world of movies. We're going to play a new game, 3-word synopsis. This is where we each are going to give 3 words that try to describe a movie, and the others try to guess what the movie is. And as always, we're going to give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater and Movie Tavern. And we'll be doing that during the show, so make sure you stick around to see if you won, and we'll tell you how to win tickets for next week as well. Let's get started. We want to hop into some movie news first.
Yeah.
Woo! ScreenRant.com has an article that came out yesterday about Deadpool 2. It is outscoring the original Deadpool as far as critic ratings, reviews, everything like that. So, question. Is this because the first was underrated? I was trying to think, how could this be possible? Is it really just better, or is there something about Deadpool wasn't thought to be that good? Maybe it was the first round of reviews. Was there a chance that they were underwhelming until the critics kind of caught up to the fact that it was good?
Well, what sequel is better than the original?
Exactly.
I mean, can you name one? Like, off the top of
Back
my
to
head.
the Future.
Like maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
Is Godfather 2 better than Godfather 1?
I don't know.
Godfather 2 is totally better.
I think people, I think
People like Batman Returns better than the original Batman. But
Dark Knight's better than Batman Begins. That
is true.
Guaranteed.
yes. that
But
is true.
mostly, I think your point is,
Yeah.
mostly sequels are quite a bit worse.
Well, that's what they were talking about in the article, that Guardians of the Galaxy had such a great score, but people didn't consider that to be better than the first one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see. The other question, are you excited about it? Are you excited about Deadpool 2?
Yeah, I'm excited about the money that's going to bring in.
Chris,
It
you're
should be
such a-
huge.
Yeah, because Chris takes a little bit under the table.
No.
Chris,
That is not true.
I know,
yeah.
I'm very by the book.
Chris,
That's why you're the best.
Chris, you're a sellout, man. All you care about the money. What about the art, man? What about the art?
Well, we're also talking about critics here, and I think. Do you think there's an overall perspective of critics? It's like, man, we got this last one so wrong. Like we were laughed at, and now we got to bring back the people. So let's just give it good reviews.
Oh, you think they're gonna start? Bending to the people, like being more voice of the people now instead of kind of.
Because we kind of talk about that. Like
Yeah.
critics look at movies differently than like an average moviegoer, and sometimes it meets in the middle and everyone's happy. But then sometimes like they're just dead wrong on some things, and I can't think of a movie on top of my head that they reviewed so poorly that I was like, they're idiots. That was a great movie, but
Yeah, I'm trying.
Daddy's home too.
See, there you go. See, there you go. There's one for
What do
for
the
you.
critics know, man?
They were right about Emoji Movie.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
1.5 poop.
1.5 poops.
Oh.
Is that
That's-
the
that's gonna
opposite
be-
of 2 cherries?
Yeah, right. Instead of cherry pickers,
That's not the name of it. Cherry pick.
we'll call them Dingleberry.
Oh, there you go.
It's
There you
Dick's,
go.
Dick's review site. Oh
This
my
movie
gosh.
gets 5
Can you imagine the
dingleberries.
SEO of it? Like all the keywords, all the crap you have to literally put in.
Just to find it.
People are like, "Hey, I know there's websites for reviews of pictures of poop."
Wow, we have really hit an all-time low.
5
Deadpool 2.
5 dingleberries.
That would be insane.
Is that positive or negative?
I don't know.
Would there be a positive review, or is it all just
Yeah, it'd just be a.
okay?
Oh.
Closed butthole. This is terrible. All right, IndieWire.com. And I'm Chris. I'm really excited to talk to you about this. IndieWire.com has an article out that says a man died after his head got stuck in the reclining seat at a movie theater.
This is.
So-
Wait, dude, look, it's not funny.
It's not
It's
ridiculous. It's not funny. So here's what happened. He was in the theater, and this actually hits a little close to home because something very similar to this happened to me, minus the head getting crushed part. But he was in the theater watching a movie. His phone fell.
Hey, well, that was
Yeah.
amazing.
What was that?
My phone just rang. His phone fell out of his pocket, slipped into the chair or under the footrest.
Right.
So he crawled on the ground, I guess, first mistake, kind of gross on a theater floor probably, to get it. And for some reason, and here's what I don't think the article really explained, the footrest just started like closing. It's like Final Destination.
Yeah.
Just started clamping on his head.
Well, the official diagnosis is that he had a heart attack.
Okay.
Now,
But the chair was clamping his head.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
and I
but
guess
we've
he
all
must
been
have-
there before.
He must have got, freaked out and had a medical emergency. I would assume the scariness of a motor coming down to. But that look.
What it didn't say was his girlfriend was there pushing the
that-
recline button.
That just doesn't happen. Like I don't even know how you could get in the position to where that would happen. Now, just so everybody knows, most of those theater seats, the middle section of them
Pulls up.
It pulls up.
And that's what when my wallet fell through at
Yeah.
a seat when I was visiting my parents over the holidays, and we went in the middle of another movie because I didn't realize it for right away. We had to go back in the middle of another movie, and the guy had to like move a lady out of her chair while they were in the middle of their movie,
Yeah.
and then he pulled it up and found my wallet, and so my head remained uncrushed, which I'm very very appreciative of now. Because
Is the motor that strong? I mean, we have one, and I've messed with it, and I wouldn't think it would. I wouldn't put a watermelon under
You think
there
there'd
to
be a
see what
safety
happens.
feature if it got any pressure? It'd be like, oh, retract.
yeah,
Kind
'cause-
of like a garage door.
yeah, because maybe not a head, but like an arm or a foot. I could see something.
I mean, is this what the world has come to, where you need a little sign or sticker that says, "Don't put your head
Chris
in
is
this"?
like, if they're dumb enough to do it, let them
Wait,
die.
hey, sorry, I don't know if I remember. Did you
Survival
did,
of the fittest.
Did you say why his head was there?
His phone slipped under.
So he puts his head in first.
It seems a little bit. Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Did he not have his glasses on? So he's like, I can't really see.
He
so-
wanted to die. This guy to death.
Oh yeah. Well, let's be clear.
Jesus.
This was in England. This was in England.
That's true. They don't know
This is
anything.
not America. I don't know if it's a
The
different kind
Wild
of chair.
West of movie theaters.
Yeah,
there.
it is.
If you told me it was Russia, I'd be like, I'm surprised it didn't happen every day.
We have good American-made chairs that will not crush your head.
I heard a comedian say that Russia is the craziest white people in the world. Sorry, that's awful.
Wow, how's that a joke?
That's not a joke, man. I'm
It's
sorry.
the truth.
Okay, but Chris, does this give you any reservation? I know that it's
No.
been, I know that for the last it's been a long time that y'all been saying you're going to get the motorized seats.
Right.
But we're all still waiting at the
Can,
Grand.
can we be the PSA? Can we be in the PSA before the
Oh.
theater? Please don't stick your
Yeah,
head.
we're gonna.
in-
We
in-
might have to now because.
Or yeah, it could be like, oh, I lost my phone.
Oh. And
No,
do we-
Dick, don't do
No,
that.
we create different scenarios. We could like have a baby and like put the baby in there, like a fake one.
Oh,
and be
that's
like,
true. Yeah, don't do that either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't put your baby under the motorized seat.
There are many places you should put your head, but this is not one of them. Something like
Yeah,
that.
It looks so comfortable though, Dad.
Yeah.
We need the more you know graphic to flash across the screen.
I'm scared. Don't put your head there,
And then
son.
the fading noise is a person's head going.
Okay, all right, this is terrible. So Chris, no fear
No,
at all.
no fear.
at all.
No,
You have
no.
no heart, I guess. I mean, you should have at least some fear. Maybe I'll need. Will you put a sign up in the Grand at least that says, "Please keep heads clear"? of-"
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I
That'd
think that's coming.
That's probably coming. All right, last article here with the movie news. ScreenRant.com Netflix has a new movie called, it's supposed to say sci-fi, a new movie called The Titan, which is coming out March 30th, so at the end of the month. It's got Sam Worthington. This is Netflix's, so they did the Cloverfield Paradox, was kind of a sci-fi, space-type movie. This seems like it's kind of following the same thing. Cloverfield, but I don't know if y'all ever got to see that. Did y'all ever?
I did not know.
Yeah, don't do it. It's not good. But
You mean the Paradox, not the original Cloverfield?
the Paradox, correct? Yeah, sorry. And anyways, I'm just wondering, is this really going to be Netflix's spot? These, kind of decent-looking, like maybe medium-budget sci-fi action movies.
Well, I think it's okay because, like, Sam Worthington, you cannot put him in a mainstream film and have it make money. Really, he needs another actor there to bring up the box office. So I think with Netflix,
Avatar, right?
I mean, he was in Avatar. Right?
Yeah, but he was.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Oh, the camera was not close up on Chris's face.
No. Granted, he was a computer-generated character
Right.
for half the movie.
Yeah.
It's actually his face. That's the reason people don't watch his movies.
Well, what Netflix does,
Which they're doing great here because they're going to change him, make him
Yes,
not look like him.
right.
So great.
Well,
Movie's going to be great.
what they do is you can have a really good actor that isn't necessarily a box office draw, and you can get some, they got good quality stuff on Netflix, so that gives them an opportunity to showcase, a really good actor without having to worry about what the opening weekend, gross is.
Okay.
I think that has a lot to do with what Hollywood decides, who's doing what, and you got to have a big actor for stuff.
Yeah. Definitely, I think being able to open the movie, being able to get people in the theater, especially the first weekend or whatever. So you're saying Netflix maybe doesn't have some of that same pressure?
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, sure they want people to download things, but yeah, it's not a monetary gain.
I just wonder, is this really their sweet spot? And I guess maybe it could be, but as of now, Dick, you saw that Bright. Was that the cop ogre movie? What was it called?
Yeah, Bright.
Right. And you said it was kind of okay, but not great. I started it and didn't finish it. And then Cloverfield, not really necessarily.
Well, the great thing about Netflix is it's free in a sense of your subscription, and it's different. Those movies are different, and like the movie that's coming out you're talking about, it's a different kind of movie. So one thing too is when they have a huge box, we can't gauge it by box office success because it's a subscription-based streaming service. So what are we looking for when it's a success? Because some people really like Bright. Mm-hmm. And that was shared among the community of movie people. It's like, hey, I really enjoy it. It's really different. But you can't be like, oh, it made $10 million, so it sucks. So how do you gauge it?
Yeah, I'm sure Netflix has some way of seeing.
I mean, they have streams, but then again, does that really change anything? I don't know. I think I'd be really hard to be a Netflix executive to be like, how do you justify what we're doing here, money wise?
Yeah,
because
quantifying where you're putting your dollars.
Yeah,
that would be
because they're spending big dollars on
unbelievable amount of money that they're spending on TV shows too. I mean, they'll give all these series, here's $10 million, go make your show type thing.
Yeah.
But then you got to think, I mean, what is it? They have like a couple 100 million subscribers to Netflix at $8 a month. I mean, they're making unbelievable money also. So I think that, some of this is kind of like.
And that's cash in the bank.
Money in the bank, shorty, what you drank, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, they're printing money over there. Well, if the Titan is coming out later this month.
Well, that means they can loan money, get money loaned to them to make.
Oh, real estate. That's what the real money is. Like McDonald's. What was that McDonald's movie? The Founder.
Yeah.
It's not about
That
burgers.
was a good movie.
I know. It's about real
Reviewed
estate.
on episode 30.
Are you serious?
No, it's been.
Oh, okay. It was reviewed on some episode, but if you knew that off the top of your head, then that would be pretty awesome. For those that don't know, the Titan, it's coming to Netflix March 30th. The plot is a military family takes part in a groundbreaking experiment of genetic evolution and space exploration.
It's just groundbreaking, bruh.
Groundbreaking, bruh. So it seems interesting. I'll be interested to see what it goes, or how it goes. I like Sam Worthington, but so far Netflix has not so much done it for me in the sci-fi world. Well, we got to go to break. When we come back from break, we've got a lot of good things coming up later in the show. We're going to rewind the movies that we've seen. I've got a double rewind. I'm going to have to do it in half the time. I got to assign a movie, and that's not the only one I want to talk about because it was not really worth talking about that much. And also, we're going to play 3 Word Synopsis. We're going to give away 2 tickets to the Grand, so we've got a lot of great stuff coming up. So stick with us here on the Ticket Stub.
The Ticket Stub is brought to you in part by Movie Tavern. Movies, meals, margaritas. These are all things you may be familiar with, but get ready to be reacquainted. Because Movie Tavern is revolutionizing the way America experiences eating, drinking, and cinema. We're doing it by providing a robust in-theater dining service featuring chef-driven menus, premium quality food and drink, and luxurious seating that completely transforms your movie-going experience. Whether you're looking to spend your date night, family night, or girls' night out here, you'll get the premium, affordable experience you're looking for. Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
We're back on the Ticket Stub. If you missed this last segment, we did some movie news, talked about Deadpool, talked about a man whose head got crushed by a movie theater seat, and also talked about Netflix's new movie, The Titan, coming later this month.
On our game today, how many movies are we doing?
5.
5 each?
5. Dick is always prepared, so he's writing his movies down right now for our game. We do want to mention, and I should have mentioned this earlier, but I didn't know if I was supposed to read a certain thing or not. Y'all probably heard the ad during that commercial break for movie...
Shoot, I was supposed to write something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we don't have an official statement, but we do want to say that we have a sponsor right now, and so this show is brought to you by the Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good.
Yeah.
That seems to be their tagline.
It's a good slogan.
Visit movietavern.com.
Movietavern.com.
To take your hot date, and maybe they won't bother you in the back. Wink, wink.
Maybe
Movietavern.com.
Movietavern.com. We've never crushed someone's head.
At least they're sponsoring this show. Yeah.
Never, we won't crush your head.
Hey, you might pitch that. Hey, visit Movie Tavern. We've crushed 0 heads.
But if you want to get your head crushed, go to Cineplex over on
over in England.
somewhere. Yeah.
Hey, well, at least they've sponsored one show.
They sponsored
so
at least.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, but Movie Tavern, it's kind of the owning company of the Grand Theater also, so we want to give a little love to the Grand Theater as well. For everything they've done. All right, Rewind Movies. This is where we talk about the movies that we've seen over the last week. I've got a double, so I'm going to do super fast. So I'm going to go first. I always let y'all go first, but not today. I'm going to go first today. 2 things. Yeah, that's right. 2 things. We're going to go quick. The first one, I lost the game last week, and so I got assigned Tenacious D.
Who'd you lose to?
I don't remember. It's not important.
Who's the winner of that game?
It's not. It really is not important. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. This was a 2006 movie starring Jack Black and Kyle Gass. They are the members of Tenacious D. There was a lot of cameos from a lot of their comedic friends in this movie as well. Basically, the plot is to become the greatest band of all time. 2 slacker wannabe rockers set out on a quest to steal a legendary guitar pick that gives its holders incredible guitar skills from a maximum security rock and roll museum. Obviously, this movie is based quite a bit, in fact, in reality. Basically, if you like Tenacious D, then you're going to like this movie. I can't imagine this being anyone's favorite movie. But
I love this movie.
Okay, well, never mind.
Well, it's not my favorite.
But I
love it.
I can definitely see there being people who really like it. I could see there being a lot of people that hate this movie also. If you don't like Tenacious D, if you don't like really out there, kind of different, weird humor, then you're not going to like this at all. It was ridiculous. Honestly, it worked pretty well. I had seen a part of this before, but had never watched the whole thing through. And, and it was good. I'll say the soundtrack, good, right? The soundtrack was good. And a lot of times they were just singing narration to what was happening, in montage scenes, which was really pretty funny as well. And the best moment was towards the end. So the whole thing is the guitar pick comes from Satan. And so it has the power of Satan, which is why you're able to make such good rock songs. And at the end, there's this real sweet moment where they meet this other guy, and he goes, "Guys, Satan isn't in a guitar pick; he's in our hearts." So we all have the ability to rock because we all have Satan in our heart.
Yeah.
So Tenacious D, I had to rent it. It might have been available streaming, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So I rented it anyways. 2006. If you haven't seen it and you like Tenacious D or you like Jack Black, then definitely this should be required watching for you. If you're someone that doesn't like ridiculous, silly humor, I would say probably stay away from this.
This is Jack Black as Jack Black. This is pretty much how he got started doing this stuff.
Yeah. And I'd say he's come a long way since this movie, as far as like actually acting in this movie. He's just like dancing and freaking out.
Did you see that movie Bernie that he did?
Yeah,
that's an awesome movie.
really
He's
good.
really good in that.
That's right. All right, my other one, and this is the one I did want to talk about that I watched just for personal. I just wanted to see it. It's called Patty Cakes. Y'all hear about this movie?
Yeah,
From
I've heard of it.
2017.
Yep.
It is written and directed by this new guy, Jeremy Jasper, or Jeremy. I don't know when they spell Jeremy with a G.
Is it Jeremy?
Maybe it's Jeremy. I don't know. But it's starring some kind of some no-name people: Danielle McDonald, Sid Harth, Danaja, and Bridget Everett. He was Indian. I don't know. That's my best guess. So IMDb says Patty Cakes is centered on an aspiring rapper, Patricia Dombrowski, a.k.a. Killa P, a.k.a. Patty Cakes, who is fighting an unlikely quest for glory in her downtrodden hometown. Basically, she is a very overweight white girl who wants to be a rapper. Her sidekick is an Indian pharmacist who thinks he's a gangster. Dude, this movie is good. It was real gritty. It was very independent feeling. And at first, I wasn't super into it, but it definitely got me involved by the end. And the great part is that she is like a legit decent rapper in this movie, which kind of downplays maybe the skill it really takes to be a rapper. I'm not really sure. But but she, there's some parts where she does some different of some of her raps. Some of them are better than others. There's a couple of them I was like, that's not so good. But what's cool is that she's actually Australian, but she's doing a New Jersey accent and rapping, which I feel like is pretty impressive. And then she's got like her Indian guy. He's kind of like the hype man. He's the one who like sings and I forget what his name was. But their band, they get a couple other people. Their band is called PB&J, and because that's like the first letters. The Beast, it's a bad word for a female dog, or is that a female? No, not that one. No, it's the one that doesn't have parents. The bad word for the people that don't have parents. And that's his name in the movie. That's his. Okay. I don't want to say it on the radio.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But he is, and his tagline, his other name is the Antichrist. So he's kind of a weird dude. But makes the beats and stuff. He's the B. J is the Indian dude. P, Patty Cakes, aka Killa P. Check this movie out. It's $3. I had to rent it again on Amazon. Different, a little bit strange, really pretty cool. Kind of had heart in kind of an interesting way. I don't think a lot of people saw this. I don't hear, everybody I've told about it since I saw it is like, Patty Cakes. What the heck are you talking about? But definitely had some good performances. I thought it was a pretty cool movie. So Tenacious D, check it out if you love Jack Black. Patty Cakes. I would say this would be a good one for just about anybody to see, in my opinion. It's definitely independent though. So if you like those kind of movies, then this would be a good one for you. All right, Chris, what you got?
Well, I had sat down to watch Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh yeah.
To see that, and so we started watching it. My wife and I started watching it, and man, what a piece of crap!
Oh, hot take.
We had to shut it off. I didn't review that
movie.
one.
I like this movie.
Well, how could you like this movie?
Okay, well, how far did you make it into it?
Well, first of all, it's not badly directed.
No.
Terribly written. Why do you need so much setup? I don't want to review this movie. It's not the one I reviewed.
Okay.
But why do you need so much setup telling everybody, who's who before they get on the train? Just start on the train. We don't need to know. People know it's Murder on the Orient Express. You know somebody's going to get killed. You don't need all this boring backstory before you even get... We barely made it past when the person is murdered because it's just so just monotonous.
They were setting up the characters because every character has a...
Yeah, but why?
Because it's all part of the whodunit.
Yeah. Okay, well, but anyway, that's not the one I reviewed.
Whatever. Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. I hated that. But I did... I watched Jeepers Creepers 3, and I loved it. No,
great. Yeah, seriously.
No. Jeepers Creepers 3, which those of you that don't know is the third movie in the Jeepers Creepers series. Yes.
Okay.
Basically,
named.
The plot of this is Sheriff Dan Tashago and a team of creeper hunters enlist the help of Officer Davis Tubbs to help stop the monster's
Creeper
eating
hunters?
spree. So basically, if you don't know Jeepers Creepers, this monster comes every 23 years.
I've seen 0 of these.
You can't. Okay, a monster comes every 23 years and he eats people. But I don't get it because the first one was in 2001, and then the second one was I don't have it here, but this one is 2018. So it's not 23 years even from the first movie.
So why would they set up their whole?
And it's not in the future. Like it's very confusing. It's like the timeline doesn't really work. But
that's distracting because they got to make the rules. They got to say how many years he could have come every 5 years or 7 years.
Exactly.
But they chose 23.
Yes, and it's cool because the same actor plays the creeper.
It's like Boyhood
in all of the movies. Yeah,
you get to see him. You get to see the creeper grow up.
Yeah, let me see if I can find his name.
Is the creeper? That's the monster. Is the creeper?
Yes, his name is Jonathan Breck.
Okay.
And he's the monster. He's the creeper. But the whole thing doesn't make any sense. And while I was watching it, I was also kind of bored by this movie.
Maybe it's with you. If you hate all these movies.
Sound like you had a bad week,
I
man.
did.
You wanna talk about it?
I did have a bad week. I did.
I couldn't even get through the murder.
Right. But the director, it turns out, is a child molester. And I
Oh.
didn't know that until I was already watching the movie.
What were we talking about? Jeepers Creepers?
Jeepers
Oh,
Creepers.
yeah. Do you didn't know that? I mean,
Victor's-
you don't keep an eye on that kind
Oh,
of stuff?
you didn't know that. So Victor Salva, yes. So he is, I guess. So I probably wouldn't have chosen that had I known that, but he
Roommates
directed
with
all three of
Roman.
them. Huh?
He's roommates with Roman.
Does that kind of put a different?
Oh,
does that
is
kind of
he
put a
really?
different spin on the Jeepers Creepers part of it? Like he chose that title, right?
I guess he's like, I'm just going to use what I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
I
you
don't
always
know.
write about what you know. You
Yeah.
always, you pick the art you know.
But I like the first Jeepers Creepers. The second one was okay. This is not good whatsoever.
Who would have thought the third Jeepers Creepers wasn't going to be good?
Well, you never know. But I think I read somewhere they lost funding or something because of his
Oh, because of his indiscretions,
his indiscretions. But
his
so
malfeasance.
here's a couple of reviews that are not mine, since my reviews are pretty much all over the place most of the time. But this is from Blood Brothers. It's a review site. It says it's
Cherry picks.
Yeah, it's a sequel. It's a sequel that feels rushed, poorly written, horrifyingly executed, and conceptually flawed. Jeepers Creepers 3 is one of those films that deserves to tank a franchise.
Oh,
And it didn't.
oh, it didn't. There's more.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna make a fourth one. Yeah, I don't want to give anything away.
Okay. Yeah,
But he
but-
comes
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, but he's gonna. Yeah,
It's
I
just
think
in
he's
the
gonna
year-
come
23
back.
years
Yeah, is
later.
this in the year 2071
Yeah,
or
but
something?
the makeup for the creature this time, it's just all they did was like the head pretty much, and he was just wearing regular clothes. Like, so he wasn't like the monster. He was just like wearing a t-shirt and like jeans.
What if it was like one of those ironic T-shirts that people wear, where it's like, "Today's not your day, and neither is tomorrow." You
Yeah.
know, or one of those ones that you see people walking around the street, where it's like, "I give 100% at work, 20% on Wednesday, 20% on Tuesday."
That's a real shirt.
Oh, really?
Oh, man. That's going to be my new slug.
Speaking of that, though, his truck has a license plate, and it says "beating you." Okay, but and that's what it says.
It's on the back or
Beating,
the
it's on
front?
the, it's on the back.
It's
on the back.
The director has this car, or the
No. No.
Oh,
The monster's truck.
the monster truck.
Yeah, right. It has "beating you" on the back.
Wait, there's a monster truck?
No, the truck
Yeah,
that belongs
the
to
truck
the
that
monster.
belongs to the monster.
Possessive. The monster owns the truck.
But they don't. They don't.
it seems
say,
like a poor
Wait.
choice.
Does that mean the monster goes to the DMV?
He meant.
I mean, he got that custom license
right
plate
it's-
somehow.
Right, but it's not beating you. It's eating you.
Oh.
And so that's what they
So,
say the whole time.
so he definitely made that, like, he had to sign up, DMV.
stand in line.
He had to do
draw
it.
a number.
He had
Yeah.
to do it. Or he goes, man, there's a guy that has the exact license plate I always wanted. Let me
I'll kill
eat
him. Yeah, I'll eat him. I guess.
yeah.
So it's supposed to be eating or beating.
Like,
Be eating, but it's just beating.
Okay.
But they say "be eating you."
They talk about the license plate.
Yes,
like that's a
weird.
prominent
They do.
part of the
Yeah,
of the
that's
film.
this is the great writing about it.
Yeah, that seems pretty. But Murder on the Orient had terrible writing. But
Yeah.
but this was,
One of-
but this
one
was
of the
pretty
kids
is it
good.
because
like-
Josh Gad was in it?
I didn't make it to really anything he did.
Was he in it?
Yeah.
Oh, and you hate him, right?
Wait, Josh Gad? Oh, we're talking about Murder on
Yeah.
the Orient Express.
He's in that
I
movie.
didn't. I know. I didn't really make it to.
That's
any
why.
point.
Oh, that's why you hated this movie.
No.
The moment you saw Josh Gad, you shut it off.
No.
That'd
Okay,
be great if that's the truth.
Did you see? I forget the order of events, but did you see Johnny Depp? Was he a part of it when you were watching?
Yes. Yep.
Was that so stupid that he was in that movie?
Yeah.
And they advertised it as if he was like a main character. I feel like in the trailers and stuff.
Right.
The best part of that movie.
Well, you don't want to, but you don't want to give it away, right?
I guess. Okay, whatever. Maybe not. All right. Anyways, all
Okay,
right.
Jeepers Creepers 3,
Check it out.
thumbs down
2 thumbs.
Where'd you watch that?
on Netflix.
Hey, we call that one The Pits on cherrypicks.com.
Where'd you watch Patty Cakes?
Amazon. I had to rent it. It was
Okay.
like $3. Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers 3, 14 dingleberries.
14. That's a lot of dingles.
It is.
Never done that before.
This is a rating we've never seen on dingleberry.com.
Hey, be eating them dingleberries.
On pooptakes.com. What's it called?
It's called dingleberries.
Smusher.
Smusher. What?
I don't.
Smusher?
Let's stop talking about it.
Oh, let's go to
All
break.
right.
We gotta cleanse the palate here.
All right.
This has been a weird show so far. We're gonna go to break. When we come back, Dick's gonna review the movie he saw this week, and then we're gonna play 3-word synopsis. We're also gonna give tickets away to the Grand Theater and talk about how you can win tickets for next week. So make sure you stick with us here on the Ticket Stub.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app for your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That is Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Hey, Montgomery County, it's me, C.C. Holmes. And I would personally like to take this time to invite you, that's right, you, to join me every Saturday and Sunday from 3 until 7 p.m., where I will bring you the very best of smooth jazz, classic jazz, and indeed, yes, the soulful sounds of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So come along and get jazzy with me. That's right, jazzy. Right here, of course, on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or worldwide at irlongstar.com.
We're back on the Ticket Stub. If you missed the last two segments, we did movie news. Last segment, we started our rewinds, talking about the movies we've seen over the last week. I talked about Patty Cakes and Tenacious D. Chris talked about Jeepers Creepers. He did not talk about Murder on the Orient Express because he doesn't like that movie.
No.
We're about to hear from Dick, and he's going to talk about the movie he saw this week. But we do want to remind all of you guys that the Ticket Stub is live every Thursday on 104.5 and 106.1 in the Conroe area, worldwide on irlonestar.com/TTS. You can like or follow our Twitter at @the_TicketStub. Make sure you are subscribing to our podcast and telling a friend about the show so we can keep growing. And we do want to say that we are presented and brought to you by Movie Tavern. Movies never tasted so good. All right, Dick.
Good.
Good.
Is that McDonald's?
That's an
no.
entirely different company.
I'm loving it. Movie Tavern. No, we probably shouldn't do that kind of stuff.
Probably shouldn't.
All right, Dick, you're up, man. What'd you watch this week?
Hey, I watched the Oscar-winning documentary from this year, 2017, Icarus. It's available on Netflix. I know a while back you watched it, you reviewed it, and I really wanted to check it out. I haven't watched a documentary in a while, and the one documentary I guess I watch a year would be the winner of the Oscar. I enjoyed the movie overall. It was very captivating. It's free on Netflix, so I encourage everyone to go add it to your lists if you're looking for something that's just very interesting. One thing I liked about it is it started as a normal documentary that actually I was interested in.
I was kind of in, yeah.
Basically, Brian Fogel wants to cheat, as he seemed like a normal bike rider.
He's Jared Fogel's brother?
No. I was going to do that, but then I didn't want to distract from my review.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And what was interesting, though, and I wish they kind of talked about, is how big of a bike rider he was. Because eventually, basically sum up for the listeners, he wants to do what Lance Armstrong did. And he competes in real high competitive amateur races.
No, he doesn't think he'll become a pro. He just wants to win this amateur
He wants to win, like, the highest amateur. Yeah. And, you know, it's funny, like, I've done rides, like 40-mile, 60-mile rides and stuff. It's difficult to do if you're not consistently riding every weekend. So when this guy got 14th place without cheating, like to set the bar,
pretty good.
I was like, why didn't they talk about how good he is? Because that's more than just your average rider. That is, like what he did was phenomenal in my mind. It's kind of like people doing, triathlons. Like anyone can do, like an Ironman is way above, like, I just work out. And this guy is way above that. And I thought it was interesting. It was cool. I wish they actually finished the documentary doing that stuff. Like, see how he does his cheating, doing steroids, and do his regimen.
They do kind of get to
They start it.
Yeah.
But then the movie changes, and just to give people a heads up, it's kind of like involves the Russia deal, why they weren't at the Winter Olympics. So I don't want to ruin that part for you, because it's really fun to see that dwell into that. And it has a really interesting character from Russia. Gregory is just, he's a character in himself.
Yeah.
And overall, the movie was very interesting. Like I said, I still wish I could see that first part of the documentary play out, because it was really interesting to see someone use steroids, see what it is, and see how they execute how to cheat. But one thing I got to ask you, because you saw the movie, and if a listener, let me know if I missed something. Basically, what I learned is there's still the simple way to cheat is to switch the P.
Yeah.
Like, at first I was like, there's going to be some cool drug this guy designed that, like, you inject yourself while injecting this stuff, and it covers it up. This is a good way to cover it up. No, literally, like, it's just switching the P still. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not really groundbreaking.
Well, there's one, nowhere. I'm getting a little hazy on my memory here. There is one kind of a thing they would do that would actually like make the pee pass the test. And yeah, because they would put like salt in it or something. Remember? Yeah, because what he did, they didn't switch his pee in his competition. Like when he was riding the bikes as the amateur rider. But in the Olympics, because they're...
No, he never got tested.
Yeah, he did, because he was doing all the stuff they would do to keep his blood good or whatever.
He never got tested. They never showed that, because right when that happened...
Well, they talked something about what they would do to the pee to make it, like, pass the test. But then by the Olympic standards, like, unless I'm misremembering, because they're so strict, yeah, they would just, like, they... you don't want to say too much, but they basically, like, drilled a hole through the wall, and they would, like...
Switch the pee.
Yeah, they would.
They had, like, and that's literally the whole... Because I was really interested to see how did they, cheat the Olympic people? And it literally is just switching the pee.
Yeah.
And, what they did, the only science part, like, you're trying to go with is what they did is the main character would pee, I think 10 days in a row, he would pee in a cup, and they'd freeze it. And then what they would do with that pee is they would do different chemicals to it to make it seem like it's not as old. That's the way I heard it.
Maybe that's what they were
But
doing.
I gotta run a tally on how many times we've said pee.
Well, no, that's literally what it came down to. That's the only way to test people, I guess, is through peeing.
It's through urine.
And I'm not gonna lie, like my fictional side of my brain was like, oh, I can't wait to see exactly how they make this up and really cheat people. Like, no, literally, they just pee in a bottle and they keep it, and then when it comes down to, getting drug tested, you just have a little tube and pee it out. Like, I was really disappointed with that. I was really hoping someone like changed
more creative or something.
Yeah, like especially like, see, that's what made me think of Lance Armstrong. So it's like, okay, so clearly this guy figured out how to pee regularly and beat it, because so many people would watch him every day. Because they talked about how many times they tested him. Yeah. I was like, so, and I know this is gonna sound really weird, but like if I was really thinking he was a cheater, like I'd watch him pee.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
But I'm thinking they weren't allowed to like physically like actually do that. But I mean, I just don't get it. I wish they had more information on that.
Yeah.
You just need a T-shirt that says "Pee regular and beat it."
Whoa.
Well, that's what he said.
Is that what he said?
That's exactly what he said. But anyway.
But overall, I would definitely check out the movie. It's very interesting, and the rabbit hole it goes down to is like the state-sponsored doping and like what that really means, and it's very interesting to see. And he has this real philosophical look at why it's okay to cheat. It's kind of neat. At the very end, the monologue at the end kind of gives you like what's the truth, what isn't the truth, and it gives you a fair argument about the whole world of professional, like competitive sports.
Yeah, one of the things I did after the movie, I went and looked up this Fogel guy, and I think this is the first thing he's ever directed, and he won an Oscar for it, first of all, which is pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. But also, I don't know I always wonder, these documentarians, like, they must have some other industry. Like, how do they afford, before they sell the documentary or whatever, right? Like, how are they living? How is he competitively racing bikes for...
No, yeah, I definitely was asking that question because he had the money to do...
He lived for like several years making this movie.
Yeah, so he had the money because the original idea of the documentary was really interesting because what he basically did is he contacted the professional people at the anti-doping and basically presented to them like, hey, you guys do the anti-doping for, I think it's like WADA or something like that, and it's the World Anti-Doping Agency or whatever. And he's like, this is what I want to do. Can you help me do this? Because I want to show how people cheat and how we can catch them, kind of thing. Like, and so they started helping him out. But then they realized the more momentum his little quest got, they're like, hey, this is too controversial. We can't be showing this stuff. Yeah. But I can give you information to this Russian guy who can help you. Because basically he needed a regiment or a program, they called it, and like when to inject, how much to inject. And then he had the money to pay for a guy to watch him, like his health. Like every week he would do a test, see how he's improving. And, I mean, I don't know. Like, to answer your question, I don't know.
Maybe there's money in documentaries. All right, well, we need to move on to the game. So, Icarus, check it out. We do want to mention Grand Ticket giveaway. Last week, we had a question that we talked about during the show, which is what other film did Dominic West play Alicia Vikander's father? And the answer to that was Testament of Youth. Our winner via Twitter was Wes Smith, again, as always.
And he actually just tweeted us just a moment ago
to
say that the bottles were completely tamper-proof.
Oh, that's
from
right.
Icarus.
The Olympic
No,
bottles.
I know, I get that.
But
But,
they- but
at
they-
the end, you still got to switch the P.
But they did. They figured out how to tamper with the bottles were tamper proof, but they still like busted the lid off them somehow or something.
Well,
like
that's
that.
what. Yeah, Gregory was like, yeah, it was really strange. You give them the bottle, and they take another room. All of a sudden, the bottle and the cap are off.
Yeah.
He didn't like, explain like how they did it. But again, like at the root of cheating in this world is you just switch the P.
Yeah.
I really thought it was something else. Like you can mask it, or you find a drug that's untraceable. But no, it's like literally just switching the P.
All right. Well, we got to move on to 3-word synopsis. So for this game, here's the rules. Each of us. So when the one person is giving their questions, then the other two are the contestants at that point. And we'll just kind of play. We don't have points. We don't have stakes. We're just playing. We're playing for fun right now.
Hey, I don't play without stakes.
Okay. Well, what do you want your stakes to be?
A steak.
A
Well, we're watching.
steak.
we're watching on the waterfront for our next movie.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So we can't do a movie.
Oh yeah. Is that next week?
That's next week.
Oh yeah. I need to
We're
watch
all
that.
watching on the waterfront.
All right. We're just playing for pride here. We don't have time to be. We should have thought about this beforehand if we wanted to have
well,
something
add the steak, the golden dude.
for this game.
Well, if you have no steaks,
I don't know. That's a big.
Chris doesn't want to get that
Yeah.
up. It's like, hey.
All right, we're just playing for fun, and the audience can play along too. Here's the game. So 3-word synopsis for each movie. You don't use a character name. Don't use any proper nouns. Like you wouldn't say Harry Potter. You wouldn't say Hogwarts because that's instantly giveaways.
Crap.
Yeah, sorry. It just burned all three of you. You had 3 different Harry Potters on there. But whoever guesses it gets the point. And so 3-word for instance, for Harry Potter, you could say wizard fights evil or something like that, and that would be 3 words. It would hopefully give you enough of an idea to get it under control. So, do y'all want to do it where like each of us goes through all 5 of ours in a row and then move to the next guy, or do you want us to all take turns?
I say take turns.
All right, cool. Well, I will go first, and then the 2 of y'all can guess. Dick, have you got yours all figured out yet?
Yeah, I'm writing them right now.
Okay. Yeah. Are you going to be able to write and play, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's.
Well, you added that new rule right before you started talking.
Oh,
so I was trying to see if I messed up.
I didn't add the rule. It was in the original thing I sent that had the rules.
So what do we slap the table to buzz in, or what do we do?
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Yeah. Table slapped it, or just yell it.
Yeah, say Dingleberry.
Just yell the
Dingleberry.
Maybe just yell the answer out.
Okay.
Yeah. There's only 3 of us in
There's
here.
not very many. Yeah.
Okay, well,
All right. First one, and you don't have to wait for all 3, I guess,
Okay.
to guess if you want to get it earlier. All right. Here we go. Dick, you ready? You listening? You playing?
Yes.
All right. Here's my first one. Ogre rescues princess.
Shrek.
Yeah. Oh.
goodness.
Man,
He's not even paying attention.
He's not even paying attention, and he got that one quick. Okay, hold on. Let me make a little score sheet here.
Why are you keeping score if we're not winning anything?
Because we're playing for pride.
Oh, then I won.
Well, you won 1 point. All right, Chris, you go next.
Fault lines rock.
Volcano.
No.
Oh, Pacific. No. Hold on. San Andreas.
Yes.
Yo, The Rock, not Rock.
Hey, that's that volcano movie still.
That wasn't a volcano.
Yeah, they have a fault line. It cracked, and that's why the volcano was under Los Angeles was cracking.
I don't think it was a volcano.
no,
I think it was just a fault line.
San Andreas fault.
San Andreas fault. It's
Yeah,
just a
but
fault.
I'm just letting you know those words describe volcano.
Well, you're right, but it was.
There
not,
is no
that's not-
volcano under California. I don't believe.
I don't
so.
believe
No, that's the whole idea. Like when the fault line gets shifted, Tommy Lee Jones is like, "Oh man."
Yeah,
He
okay.
wasn't in that movie.
He's talking about the movie Volcano. All right,
Oh,
sidetrack.
okay.
All right, Dick, what's your first one?
All right, memory issues, murder, tattoo reminder.
Memento.
Girl with the dragon.
First
You
off,
got
that's
it.
more than 3 words. But.
Yeah.
Oh, you
What
actually.
in the world?
Oh.
It's 3 words.
Memory issues, murder,
issues.
tattoo.
All right, so I should have said memory, murder, tattoos.
That would have been better.
It was memory dash issues, I guess. Is one word.
Okay.
I guess hyphens can be 1 word.
I guess so.
Sorry.
Dick is doing 3 ideas.
Yeah.
And again, I'm making the game better.
All right, I'm up next.
Brought to you by Movie Tavern.
Brought to you-
Movies never tastes okay.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Orphan fights crime.
Batman.
Oh, that might have been exactly a tie.
Which one though?
I just wrote Batman. All right, I'm gonna give you both a point because y'all literally said that at the exact
Yep,
same moment.
Yep.
All right, Chris.
Sly holds court.
Expendables.
No.
Sly holds court. Is there a movie with Sylvester Stallone where he's in court?
I don't know. I'm gonna say.
Are these puns? Are all yours puns?
I don't know.
That's hard.
All right, I'll just make a guess. 3, 2, 1.
Creed. I don't know.
Judge Dredd.
Oh,
God, you're
'cause he's a
right.
judge. Oh, okay. It's a little punny. It's a little
yeah,
punny.
yeah.
All right, Dick, next up for you.
Wax Crane Bullies.
Karate Kid.
There you go. Got it.
I'm a little bit disappointed because that was my next one that I was about to do. And I feel like my clues were better because mine was boy waxes off.
Jesus. I can't
He
believe
waxes on and waxes off.
Yep. I would have gotten that one.
Sorry, okay.
Only because I saw Jeepers Creepers 3.
Yeah. All right, well, now I only have 4. Okay, dude defeats nihilists.
Big Lebowski.
That's right. Big Lebowski. All right.
I feel like you let me get that one.
No, I don't, I've seen parts of that movie.
Okay.
They're nihilists. They believe in nothing.
Oh, this is me?
Yeah, it's you.
Maverick flies jet.
Top Gun.
Correct.
Dang.
Oh.
All right. War, incest, adventure.
I want to say Game of Thrones, but that's a TV show. Gladiator.
Braveheart?
Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So none of us. Dick gets a point. He gets a point for his own one. All right. Robots fight monsters.
Oh, Pacific Rim.
That's right. Pacific Rim
I'm doing terrible.
in honor of the uprising coming out this next week.
Yeah, I did look Karate Kid in honor of the cool Cobra Kai coming out.
The cool Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. All right, Chris, you got more?
Aliens make circles.
Signs.
I think it was a tie.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but points around. All right, little score update. Dick's got 5. I've got 5. Chris has got 2. And,
Okay, ready?
yeah.
Cars. Tuna. FBI.
Fast and Furious?
Boom.
Tuna?
Yeah, tuna sandwich, man.
I don't remember. Which part is the tuna sandwich?
He always goes to the.
Oh, he brings her the tuna.
No, she makes him the tuna.
That's right.
Duh.
Cars,
That's
tuna.
that's how relationships are built, bro.
It's on tuna sandwiches?
On tuna sandwich.
I guess. Hey, that's the purest relationship in film history. All right, I'm out because I got one wasted. Does anybody? Y'all have more, or are y'all done?
I got 2 more, man.
Oh man,
I got one more.
Let's just keep rolling then. All right, Chris, what you got?
4 fathers fight.
4 fathers fight.
Daddy.
Daddy's home 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was saying it. I was like, I forgot the name of this stupid movie. All right.
4 fathers. That's alliteration too.
Yeah.
All right. So now you kind of okay. I hear. Let's try this one. Let's see if anyone gets this one.
This is a good start.
Murder, death, kill.
Murder, death, kill. Those are your 3. Those are the 3 words you're going with. Murder party.
Donnie Darko.
Demolition Man.
Oh yeah.
Murder, death, kill.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Sorry. All right, you got one more. So
Yes, but I kind of broke the rules on that one, so we don't have to do that one.
I just do it. We got a little time.
All right, Silent Velcro. Depression. Old Bilbo Baggins.
Silent Velcro. Old Bilbo Baggins. I don't know. Is this one of the Is this a Lord of the Rings movie? There's a
No.
Velcro.
It's Garden State.
Okay. What's Bilbo Baggins had to do with that movie?
Ian Holmes is in it. He's the dad.
Oh.
Okay. I've seen that movie, but it's been a long time. Silent.
Yeah, his buddy, he was really rich. He invented Silent Velcro.
That's right. Okay. Oh, so Silent Velcro was one thing together, not
Yeah.
Silent and then Velcro.
Well, now for next time, we know how the game is played, and so it will be much better.
And
next
how it's
time.
not played. We know how to play and also how not to play. You know, it really, helps just to look at the rules ahead of time, just to briefly scan the rules.
Let's be real. I just add my own flavor to it.
Yeah. I like when we play games and then Dick just plays a different kind of similar.
And that flavor is Dingleberry.
Well, I hate to announce the winner of the game, but it was me. It
What's
was me.
BS,
It was me.
How?
Because I got 6 points, and you had 5 points, and that's with me giving you 1 for having one that we didn't guess. And Chris had 3 points, which was nice. That's a good try.
I'm on a really bad streak lately.
Yeah, maybe you should.
I won the Golden Dude, but other than that.
Yeah, okay, get off your. Yeah, I'm over here.
Yeah.
I've never possessed the Golden Dude, but I win the games that don't matter sometimes. And then when Dick wins, we just hear about it for like weeks to come. Many weeks to
That's
come.
because I've won so many times. It just happens every time.
Have you?
Well, that's why we keep talking about it, because it keeps happening.
We keep talking about it because you keep talking about it. All right, 3-word synopsis. We'll maybe try that one again in the future. And Chris, you need to come up with a game that you are like uniquely positioned to win. You know?
That's why Connor does it every week, because he wins every game.
I don't win every game, but hey, I'd be happy. Any input, any other game input from you guys or listeners out there, if y'all have a game idea. In fact, Wes Smith sent me a text that said the stakes for one of our games should be the loser gets pepper sprayed live on air.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, I would definitely do that.
You would get pepper sprayed?
Oh, I'll risk it. I'm gonna win.
I feel like if it
does
happened,
does the winner get pepper sprayed?
I can barely see to begin with, so I don't need to take any chances with that.
I feel like in this studio, it would be a nightmare of like the effects would stay in this room, and we would all be suffering.
Yeah.
We'd have to go outside or something. Remote show. Ooh, live show at the Grand. Pepper spray the loser. What do you think, Chris?
Whatever.
That'll put butts in seats, right?
That'll put some heads under
some
heads
under some
heads under
footrests.
Guys, that's not funny. A man lost his life.
No, it isn't funny.
A man lost his life.
You know what? It is
But what
funny.
if I wonder if that's gonna be. You ever heard the Darwin Awards?
Yeah.
They give awards for people who die in the worst ways.
That
think so,
might be it.
It might be at least up. I mean, I'm sure there's been some worse deaths than that this year, but that's embarrassing. You're at the funeral. What happened to your son? Footrest crushed his head. I guess he had a heart attack. You just probably say heart attack.
Yeah.
At that point, you just.
I think so.
No
yeah.
one's gonna ask other questions about like, well, where was his head when he had this heart attack? All right, whatever. Okay. For next episode, for next week's episode, we're gonna give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater as we always do. And so here's the question: Pacific Rim 2 is coming out this weekend. Chris, you think it's gonna do much in the theaters?
I'm optimistic.
Well, you're always optimistic, but do you think it's gonna do?
I couldn't tell because this whole
couldn't say.
episode he's been like really down.
Yeah, Chris, turn that frown upside down, man.
Down. I've been happy this episode.
Yeah, well, you hope it'll do pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's really the big movie this weekend.
It is,
and maybe for a couple weekends.
We have something called Unsane.
Oh yeah,
Unsane.
That's Steven
Yeah.
Soderbergh.
I didn't heard of that
guy.
one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
wonder
don't know
if
anything about
It's
it.
filled all on iPhone 10s, I think.
Is the Dogs movie coming out too? Isle of Dogs.
We did not get it.
What?
But yeah, it's
They've been
unusual.
showing previews for it for like 2 months.
I know. I thought we were gonna. We didn't for some reason. But
That looks weird, anyways. Pacific Rim 2 is coming out this week. So in Japanese cinema, so Pacific Rim 1, and I'm guessing Pacific Rim 2, the word kaiju is used a lot for the monsters.
Godzilla.
Yeah. Well,
There goes that question.
Never
That's
mind.
for
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Chris, you won tickets to the Grand.
Oh my God. I didn't know the question.
Oh my gosh.
the question was going to be, the word kaiju is often used for monster movies in Japanese cinema. What movie from the 50s was first attributed to?
I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody.
Well,
Hey, maybe you should write the question on the document that you send us, and maybe you should read it.
yeah, well, I did not write it on the document I sent out to you
Yeah,
guys.
you should definitely do that next time.
Yeah, my bad. Because I know it'll prevent.
Because
this
I'll
from
read
happening.
it when you do that.
Well, here's the deal, guys. So that is a joke question that we knew. This was a bit we were planning.
There you go.
This was
Hey, I got one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if you can give us how Godzilla's name is said in Japanese.
Godzilla.
Dick, you got a question? No. No, they call him, it's a different name, but if you have that.
Oh, call it 936-647-3776 and give us your best impression.
How are they? Can
Hey, this one show sponsorship was great. Wasn't it?
we're self-destructive.
Yeah.
We finally got
Our heads got too big.
We finally got a sponsor.
Yeah.
And
Got to
we had the worst show
Gulf
we've ever had.
Dude.
All right, we've got to go. So if you can figure out the actual or what the Japanese people call Godzilla, please just don't call and tell us. Just like tweet at us or something.
And don't forget, we're watching our group movie for this
Group
month.
movie. Yes.
It's going to be On the Waterfront, starring Marlon Brando.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it next week.
We've never seen it.
Never seen it.
No.
So it's on, I believe it's Filmstruck.
Yeah, Filmstruck. Which I've actually heard about since we talked about it.
It's
I've heard
pretty
about
big
it
deal.
quite a bit.
It's a pretty big deal.
So everyone check that out. We'll be giving away 2 tickets to the Grand next week. And we'll be talking about On the Waterfront. Again, make sure you are telling a friend about the show. Make sure you're subscribing to the podcast feed watching the YouTube videos. You can see us live in studios. We're laughing, having fun, being idiots, everything like that. We want to say special thanks to Movie Tavern for their one episode sponsorship. We'll see if we can carry it on. But hey, movies never did taste so good.
No,
so thank you, Movie Tavern. And for everybody else, for Dick, for Chris, this is Connor. We're signing off on the Ticket Stub.
Thank you for checking out this production of Lone Star Community Radio. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station. Don't forget to check out this show and many others across the Lone Star Community Radio Network, either live on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, the Lone Star Internet Radio app, or irlonestar.com's live audio stream, and on replay on podcast, Channel 12's Our City TV in Conroe, or Channel 21 KVQT in Houston, and of course their YouTube channel. This production is copyrighted and all rights are reserved by Lone Star Community Radio. Have a question regarding this program or other Lone Star Community Radio shows? Want to sponsor or start your own show? Call the station message line at 936-647-3776 or email the station at lscrstudios@gmail.com.